Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, why is he wearing a blue shirt? Yeah, I usually wear a black shirt, you know that. But sometimes I do wear a blue shirt. Yeah, today is blue shirt day. So, yeah, I'm a little sweated up today. I just came back from grocery shopping and, running around getting all your stuff. It's too much. So I took a swig of water just before the thing started and kind of dripped it all over myself as well. Yeah, total mess. Now, I could have restarted this, but that's not how we do it here at Russ's, right? We just go forward. We keep going. So my glasses are even fogging up right now. Yeah, I'm sweating so much that it's fogging up. So you might think, wow, it must be hot outside. Nope, it isn't. It's still cold out there. So I had a request from one of our manufacturers, Velatrick, and they wanted to know when I was going to do the second video, which is typically my range test, right? Well, I told them, I says, right after I finished their video, and I did, I think I did the deer video after that too. Yeah, it was an 80-degree weather. Then it just plummeted. The weather just dropped like crazy. We were in the 30s. Then it rained. Then it snowed. Then it hailed. Then it rained some more. Yeah, we are not having any luck with weather. So I said, as soon as the weather gets to the point where I might be able to go back out and try to do some range, I will do it. But we have a trip coming up too. We're going to Door County in Wisconsin, and I think it's going to be cold up there. My wife took a look at the weather report, and it's going to be in the 50s. Yeah, we're going to be freezing up there too. But we had promised Magicycle that we would do some video out there, and that's why they sent us a second Jaguar Rundy. So we're gonna do our best to do it, but I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna be really cold. So we'll bundle up. We'll have our jackets on. She's looking at getting a little beanie cap to put underneath her helmet and everything, and I already have one, as you know. So yeah, it's gonna be different. But we're looking forward to that trip. We're gonna be up there for several days. We'll see what we can do. I told her, I says, we'll ride as much as we can, but if we're too cold, we're going to have to stop at that point. I don't know what else there is to do. I don't think it's their main season yet. I think we're there a little bit early. So, yeah, now we know why the season doesn't start until later. A little too early. It's just like when we went to San Francisco and Vegas. We were like a week too early for Vegas because it was cold there too. Yeah, San Francisco was really cold as well. So, I don't know. The cold weather has been following us. So I will do my best, Velatrick. We'll try to get that video out. And then the other bikes that came in already, we're going to have to wait a little bit until we get back. And then we got editing to do with the other videos and everything. Yeah, it's going to start piling up. So getting a little nervous. This is turning into what happened at the fall of last year, where we had all the bikes came in and we were kind of time crunched because the weather was going to turn bad and then we couldn't get out there. And this is the problem. I mean, most of you might say, well, you got problems, we got worse problems. Yeah, I know. And at least I get bikes to play with, right? That's true. Yeah. So I appreciate that, quite frankly. I'm glad we were able to do what we can do. So anyway, that's the new stuff. Now, you might be wondering, what are the new bikes that came in? Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. You can take your best guess. But I will say this, that I had a really good talk with one of the manufacturer's owners, and we talked a little bit about how he made his decision on his designs and how it worked out to be what it is and how that benefits the consumer and the like. So I'll fill you in on that when we do the review for that bike. But again, all of these bikes are kind of like in line now, just waiting to do the reviews for them. And I kind of feel bad because it's just sitting here. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to have to start selling off some bikes again. So if you're in the market for an e-bike, okay, keep your eyes open. I will make some type of decision and maybe move at least another 2 or 3 bikes out. So keep an eye for that thing. And yeah, I will tell you, at least for one of them, it's the original Rad Rover 5. I had actually changed the battery out on that one. I put a 20 amp hour 52 volt battery in there, so it does a little bit better than it does from the original. And I put that up for sale, but nobody took it because I think people were looking at it and says, well, I could buy another bike for that price or whatever, but it has a better battery on there, okay? Now, some may say it's not a better battery. Maybe somebody say, well, that's a Chinese battery. Well, that Chinese battery has been working well, and yeah, it gets me a lot of range out of it. So I'm going to discount that bike pretty heavily. So if you're interested in that Rad Rover 5 with that 52 volt, 20 amp hour triangle battery sitting in there, yeah, you want to watch for that one, because that one's going up for sale. We know that for a fact. It is the first bike that I had, but it does very well. But I have a whole bunch of other bikes now, so it's time to move that one on. So keep an eye for that. And then probably 1 or 2 other bikes will be up for sale very shortly too. So yeah, if you're interested in anything, just keep in mind that you have to come here to get it. All right, I'm in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. You got to pick it up. All right. I can't ship this stuff. It's just too much. So, all right, let's move on to some other goodies. Now, people have mentioned to me that they have seen that the ads were longer on the last video and quite a few more. Yeah, I don't touch those things. I know that you can in YouTube. You can go in there and dictate when the ads run, how often the ads run, how long they run. Well, not how long, but how many ads you want to run. That type of thing. I don't do that. Yeah, I never touch that stuff. I just let YouTube do whatever it wants to do with it. I've got enough issues to deal with to have to worry about how often and how and when the ads run. So whenever YouTube puts it in there, it's YouTube, just so that you know. It's not me doing it. It's YouTube making the decision how many ads need to run and how long the ads will be. So that's that. Okay. Let me say another thing too concerning comments. Sometimes people put comments and they forget to put a space between the period. Okay, like they'll have a sentence, they end it with a period, then they start typing again, they forget there's a space. The problem is YouTube thinks that's a website. It's like so-and-so dot so-and-so, right? So when that happens, it flags it, and so your comment doesn't get through. So if you look for your comment, you go, what happened to my comment? It's because of that, all right? A lot of times it's because of that. So what happens to that comment is it goes into the holding zone. I've mentioned this before. And then it doesn't get to me until sometimes even up to a day later. And not always do I look at the holding zone, okay? But on occasion, I'll look at it and go, oh, there's a comment that's sitting here. So I'll look it through and I'll say, yeah, it's not a website. It stops your website, so you can't link websites to it. It's just a missing space after a period, and then I'll push it forward. So if you ever see your comments disappear, it's probably because of that. Now, another thing that will make your comments disappear is if you swear or do anything like that, it will flag it and it will go into the holding zone. Those probably will not make it. I will probably pull it. Yeah, I'll probably delete that comment if that happens. And if it's really offensive, I'll probably block you too. So be careful on that stuff. So I have blocked a couple of people, and not many, but I have blocked a couple of people. And it's because they were kind of rude. Yeah, if you're rude, you're going to be blocked. Okay, just so that you know. Oh, let me mention something else too. It's always been on my mind. I don't think I've ever mentioned it before. Thank you so much for the few people who actually give me thumbs down on my videos. I know there's about 3 of you guys that do this consistently, okay? Thank you. Here's why I say thank you. Whereas you're thinking you're hurting my video, you're actually helping my video, because those thumbs downs don't get viewed anymore. People can't see the thumbs down. The only people who see it is the creator. And YouTube counts those thumbs down as an interaction with the person. So in that sense, every time you put that thumbs down, you're actually helping me. So yeah, I think there's like 3 people who consistently do it. I don't care what video it is, what topic it is, it's always the same 3 people. Yeah. So if you're among the 3 people that do it, thank you very much. You're really helping me out. And for those who put the thumbs up, thank you for that too. Obviously, everyone sees the thumbs up. You don't see the thumbs down anymore. But any type of interaction like that is helping the channel. Any comments you make helps the channel. So what happens is YouTube sees that as interaction from the viewer, and then they push the video forward for more people to see it. So the more thumbs down you give me, the more it gets pushed forward. I don't know if you guys know that. Sometimes people don't know these things. So yeah, don't do the thumbs down. It's kind of a pain to see it, quite frankly, but you are actually helping the channel when you're doing that. Okay? All right, so that's one other goodie. All right. Now, other people have asked me too, why won't you give the locations that you're at? Yeah, I don't feel like it. I'll just give you a general idea of where we're at, but I don't really want to give you exact things. You know, some places I will say where I'm at, but you know, if If it's areas that I don't feel you really need to know, I don't do it. Like people have asked, why don't you tell me where you were in California when you were visiting your sister? Well, that's her privacy. I'm not going to tell you that, okay? And why don't you give a location that's close to her? Well, no, I'm not going to do that either. So, and if you do guess it and you put a comment, like I said, I will probably delete that comment because it's for privacy issues. You don't want everybody in the world to know it. If you happen to notice it and you recognize that place, that's good. Okay, you recognize it, but don't go and tell everybody else because I'll probably delete that comment. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of a downer to talk about stuff like this, but it's kind of a necessity. And since the season is starting to begin, I figure if we discuss it now, then the comments that will come through will be better comments, and I won't have to go through and delete things. And yeah, I don't like doing that, quite frankly. I really don't. But sometimes you have to. When comments get to the point where they're insulting other people or anything like that, I will delete them just so that you know. And it's a very good chance I may ban you as well. So what happens when I ban you is that you'll never be able to get your comments through for other people to see because they won't be able to see anything you type in there. So you don't want to get banned, okay? Oh, let me say one more thing. People have asked me, what about your email address? The email address is actually for business contacts, okay? Now, a couple of you guys have asked me for the email, and I have given it to you, but I actually prefer not to get emails from you. I just usually use that just for manufacturers to contact me if they have a bike they want me to consider or something like that. That's what that email is really for. I'd rather you put the comments in the comments section of the video. Now, one more thing, if you put comments in the Instagram account, or specifically, if you put comments in the Facebook account, I probably will not be answering that anymore. Okay, I won't be answering the Facebook comments. So like Facebook Messenger and stuff like that, I won't be doing that. I don't look at them that often, quite frankly, and so I don't even notice them. So those who have actually used Facebook Messenger to try to contact me, you might know it'll take a week, and then finally I respond. It's because I'm not looking at it. So if you need to comment to me, put it in the standard general comments of the videos, okay? It'll make it easier for me to find. I just don't look at that Facebook stuff anymore. I used to be active on Facebook quite a bit on a personal thing, but when the YouTube stuff started to happen, I just could not divide my time between all the social media type stuff plus, dealing with the YouTube stuff. It just got to the point where it got to be too much. So now there is one or two of you guys who do Facebook Messenger with me, but they have my private account stuff. So they are able to continue to do that. And you know who you are for those who do that, consistently. But for everybody else, no, don't do it because I probably won't see it. Okay. So don't think I'm just ignoring you guys. Sometimes I just don't see it. And it's getting now to the point where I don't have a chance to answer everybody. So some of you guys who've been with me a long time, sometimes you'll find that I really don't answer you anymore. It's only because I know you're there. I know it. I see it. So at best you might get is a thumbs up, but I know that you don't know that the thumbs up is from me or from other people. So I use an app, the YouTube app, to take a look at your comments because it sends notifications to my phone. That's why I'm able to respond so quickly to you guys. I mean, if you put a comment on there, if I'm not busy doing something, chances are I will see it come through. I'll look at it and then I'll probably respond real quickly. So usually within about 5 minutes or so, you usually see a response from me. So if you see a thumbs up happen like within 5 minutes of when you posted it, it's probably from me. Okay, so that you know that it wasn't just from some other person. Okay, now you may say, well, why don't you put a little heart or do something like that? Well, I don't love your comments on every single comment, and the only way for me so that you would know it's from me, I'd have to love every single comment, which of course doesn't seem to make sense either. So now you may say, go in there and put at least a smiley face or something. That takes longer to do, right? So a lot of times I read it, I see it, I agree with it, or I like that your comment was there. I'll just give you a thumbs up. But like I said, it's usually within about 5 minutes anyway. So if you just happen to go back and check your own comments, you see a 5-minute response back with the thumbs up, it's probably mine. Okay? Oh, okay. And Sundays, okay? If you put a comment on Sundays, I am usually at church in the mornings until early afternoon, something like that. So if you comment anytime there, you probably will not get a response because I'm busy at church. Yeah, I'm either attending church or I'm playing guitar or bass on the church worship team, so I cannot respond, right? So again, we're trying our best to do Tuesday through Saturday now, but in a couple of weeks, we're heading up to Door County, Wisconsin. I'm going to try my best to see if I can get some videos pre-recorded like I did before I headed off to California and Nevada. If I'm unable to do that, and for some reason for that week, you don't see any videos from me for several days, it's because I'm up there and I don't have access to the internet. Okay, we're staying at a hotel. I need high-speed internet in order to upload any of the videos and stuff. So I'll try my best to finish it before we leave. That we're talking like mid-May, something like that, early to mid-May, something like that. If you don't see anything from me, it's because I'm up there and I'm kind of stuck and I didn't get those videos out in time. So I'll try. Can't guarantee anything. So that's what's happening here and what's going to be happening in the coming weeks. All right. So once all these video reviews are finished with, we can start doing regular rides, and I am trying to put regular rides in between the reviews, so it's not like a review after review after review, because nobody likes that. You know, you need a little breathing time to just kind of decompress from all the review stuff. So that just kind of pushes the manufacturers back a little bit further and a little bit further. And like I said, there's a couple more that are still pending to come in. So yeah, I don't like stacking them up. Quite frankly, I feel like I'm being pressured to finish it, but I want to do a good job. And sometimes I'm riding the bikes first to get my impressions before I actually do the video, so I can kind of give you an idea of what I think as the video is being done for the review. So the two bikes that came in recently, I did get a chance to ride them and have decent impressions on the rides. So those things will come out. And then, of course, as I'm riding them, I find out what the flaws are on the bike and what the good points are on the bike as well. So unless you ride it, there's no way for you really to know. I mean, you could sit there and look at a bike and say, oh, yeah, that's the greatest bike in the world. How do you know that? You got to ride it. And sometimes things don't perform the way you expect. Sometimes things perform better than you expect. So yeah, give me a little time. I'm gonna work on those reviews, and there'll be better reviews that way too. So all right, that's all I have for you guys for today. I just want to make sure I got something out for today. Like I said, I was so crunched with things going on that I kind of forgot about, oh no, I don't have a video coming out for what day is today? Today's Wednesday. I don't have one ready for Thursday. So this video is being recorded the day before you see it, right? So you have a video so you could see what's happening. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you don't like it, put the thumbs down, but I really don't prefer you do that. But if you do it, remember, you're helping me too. I'll talk to you guys next time.